You know, sometimes something can be fun and also really not be good at the same time. And this is usually up to preference of the individual. If they like certain aspects of something, they would be willing to look past all the things that are almost objective flaws about it because they like it. For me, one of those things is 7 Days to Die. I've introduced this game to many of my friends and purchased it on every console I could, and it seems like most of them agree with me. Even online reviews have a soft spot for this little indie survival horror game that's not really so little anymore. But agreeing that it's a fun experience is not really indicative of the game being good. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, was the differences between a game being good and a game being fun. To start with, we hold things in media to an objective level. Not necessarily how much you enjoy it, but we do give them marks based on their competency, their completeness, their uniqueness, and their ability to draw in and keep people's attentions through the duration. And when it's done, you do get exceptional masterpieces that work on both a technical, objective level and a fun, unique, subjective level. So you have million-dollar scripts, you have expert teams behind the production, the design, and making the world feel really great, and everything is polished, it looks great, and there aren't many or absolutely no bugs or kinks with this work. And all that effort can just turn out lackluster. One big example, a good example, would be Destiny, where it had great scripts, it had original guns, nice designs, it had a relatively new idea, and although it was kind of similar to Bungie's old studio, or rather their old games, it did seem like a great new adventure. And people were hyped for this game. I remember the excitement being huge, and that was largely in part to their whopping $500 million marketing budget. But also because of the record that Bungie had at making great games, making these games that were fantastic and lifelong and would last forever. And on release, people just found out that it wasn't fun, and that's arguably the worst thing that a game could be. And yeah, a lot of people did enjoy Destiny, and a lot of people still play Destiny 1 and 2, and they have a good time with it. But for the masses, it did end up being a flop for a very long time until they did go back and fix it all. But that actually brings me to the star of this video, which is 7 Days to Die. I don't think that the people I've introduced this game to have a different opinion so far that this is the best worst game kind of deal. You know, for starters, it's very buggy. Zombies will fade in and out of existence sometimes. You can place blocks and just have them never appear. And sometimes the days will glitch out to where you have no seventh day horde. And that's really just scratching the surface. Along with the bugs is the matter that there's just zero optimization. No matter how good your computer is, averaging a high frame rate is impossible. With our computers that we get 120 FPS in games like Modern Warfare, we get around 30 to 60 on a good day. Players disappearing for everyone else and accidentally stepping into electric fences, resulting in you being electrified forever, is the norm. And these things have been the norm for as long as I've played the game, which is about 4 years now. And the development is also slow, very, very slow. It's been released since 2013 and it still hasn't left early access. And while all these things are true, there's just something that keeps on drawing everybody back. I think that this game would exemplify the idea that bugs can be features, as long as you're not taking the game too seriously and you're trying to enjoy yourself. There's this charm to it. When you and your friends are on top of a tower with meager odds of survival and one friend gets the idea to hit a block, causing the entire tower to collapse, killing everyone inside, or clearing out a house, making it yours, and establishing a base to hold off the 7th day wave. The thrill you get when you find a gun for the first time, or when you get your first car and no longer have to take the 20-minute trips to and from the traders. Surviving the nights with your friends, shooting zombies, bears, and wolves, and then smashing your friends' heads with sledgehammers, sparking an all-night civil war where you all club each other to death. It's a game that gives you moments that you'll remember looking back, and not all games do that. That's one of the things that makes this game so fun. Obviously, fun is subjective. There's no way for a game to be fun for everyone, but a game being good often has a lot of objectivity, at least regarding technical aspects. 7 Days to Die is not a good game. And technically, I'd argue that it's a bad game. But honestly, it's one of the most fun games I've ever played. One that I've come back to for 4 years and sunk countless thousands of hours on. And I think that everybody has a game like this. One where they can look at and say, wow, that's really, really bad. But damn, I have a lot of fun playing it. Be it Bad Rats or Duke Nukem Forever. So don't worry if a game is good. Don't worry if most people don't like the game that you're playing. Just worry about if you're having fun with that, because in the end, that's all that really matters, right?